Hello and welcome to Bob Reeves Brass. Today we are going to show you how to pack a trumpet properly. The most important thing is going to get a good size box. So the box we use here to ship an average size trumpet is 24 inches by 12 by 12. So you want to look for something similar. We also use a double thickness box, so if you can find that, that works as well. These are a little harder to find, so standard thickness should be okay, but if you can find an extra sturdy box, even better. So now when we seal up our boxes, make sure you do the H pattern on the bottom of the box. That makes sure it's not going to accidentally open and we don't want our contents to spill out. Just like that. All right, so we have our box together. Now the first thing we're going to want to do is put some packing peanuts in the bottom. And now we're going to pack up the trumpet. It's really important not to send your trumpet in a case. And there's a number of reasons for that. One is most cases are designed to protect from outside impacts, but they're not designed to protect the horn from jostling around. And so when your horn is in the case, a lot of times it can jostle around and actually get damaged on the inside of the case because your box is getting thrown on a truck and is on a conveyor belt, things like that. Also, it adds a lot of weight. So the average trumpet in a box will weigh about 6 pounds. It's a fairly light box. It's not going to get a lot of inertia when it's moving. With a case, it could be upwards of 12, 15 pounds, and that's a lot more inertia and could damage the box, things like that. So don't send the case. What we will do is get some plastic bubble wrap. And this you can find at packing supply stores and Home Depot, places like that. So we're going to put the trumpet in the middle, and we're just going to wrap it up. Make sure it's real tight. If you have your slides, your first and third slides are really loose, you might want to put a hairband or a tie around them so they're not going to fall off. If you have stops on the slides, then you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so we have the trumpet wrapped up. A little bit of packing tape to close it. And then a little packing tape to seal each end. There you go. And what you want to do is you want to feel around the rim of the bell and maybe the lead pipe to see if you can feel it with your fingers. And if you can feel it, then you might want to add an extra piece around those kind of tender spots. There we go. Now we have a few inches of peanuts, remember, down at the bottom. Put the trumpet in, and then we're going to fill the rest of the box with peanuts. So it's real important when you're feeling that the peanuts are filled all the way to the top. And what we do is we do the shake test here, because this looks pretty full, but if you close this up, you can hear things still moving around on the inside. So we want to make sure that trumpet's in the center and is not going to shift around at all. So fill it right to the brim. There you go. You can kind of feel when you have to, it kind of resists a little bit as you're closing. Now it's not moving in there. So now we're going to do that H pattern across the top. And then across the sides. You can be liberal with the tape. Sometimes we'll double tape just to make sure everything's covered. You can even do one across the top to provide a little extra security. And then get your shipping label, put it on top, and drop it off. Now, in terms of shipping services, we always recommend that you use something that's trackable. like UPS or FedEx. Some of the post office USPS services, Priority Mail and Express Mail, are okay. Some of the times the tracking is not as good as what FedEx and UPS has to offer. In terms of insurance, we usually recommend insuring for the replacement value of the instrument. And then, yeah, ship it to us. We'll get it and then call you and confirm that we received your instrument once it arrives here. Thank you.